Ngithanda ukunibingelela egameni leNkosi yethu uJesu Kristu. Amen. Okhulumayo Matshepo Leputla from ebandleni lase-URC Tsakane. Today we are celebrating Youth Month, so siceliwe ukuthi sizohambisa intshumayelo namhlanje. Before sizongena ezweni namhlanje, ngicela ukuthi silikhulekele. Baba, egameni leNkosi yethu uJesu Kristu, siyabonga ukuthi usivusile namhlanje ekuseni. Siyabonga ukuthi usivumele ukuthi silubone lona usuku. Benyeke Baba, sibuke ngaphandle kwakho. Baba, siyathandaza ukuthi uchubeke usibusisa ngawo wonke amalanga. Usifeva Baba, ukuthi nasi sizokhontinua Baba, siglorify ngawo wonke amalanga. Njengoba Baba sizovula ilizwi lakhe elingcwele, ngicela ukuthi le message engizabe ngiyidilive ebantwini kungabi yimi ngingedwa, kodwa thumela ingelosi zakho phezu kwami, ukuthi nabantu abazoyireceive le message bangagcini kuphela enhliziyweni zabo, kodwa lize lisebenze ngabo. Sicela konke egameni leNkosi yethu uJesu Kristu. Amen. Ilizwi lethu sizothola lapha encwadini kwabaseGalathiya chapter 6 verses 1 to 10, kodwa sizohlala kakhulu evesini laka 9 and 10. Mase silitholile ungalifundela ngale ndlela. Kepha masingakhathali ekwenzeni okuhle, ngokuba siyakuvuna ngesikhathi esifaneleyo. Uma singadangali, nakho-ke njengokuba sinethuba, asenze okuhle kubo bonke, kepha ikakhulu kwabendlu yokukholwa. Amen. Ngaphansi kwamazwi esesesiwavulile, uPaul lana bekabhalela amabandla waseGalathiya, abhalela meaning obaba, omama, intsha, abantwana, ogogo, omkhulu, ama-leaders, ama-followers, othisha nama-student, ukuthi bangakhathali ekwenzeni okuhle, whether it was in the church or it was in the community. But he was advising them ukuthi bangakhathali ekwenzeni okuhle. So nathi uPaul namhlanje ekuseni, he is talking to us about the calling that we have as ama-Christians. So yini lelo bizo esinalo as Christians? Ubizo lethu esibizele lona ukuthi siyenze okuhle. Wonke umuntu ubiziwe ukuthi ayenze okuhle. That is what Christian life and service are all about. Singama-Christians, we are not only believers, but we are also behaviors. Mangisho kanjalo, I am simply saying ukuthi as ama-Christians, we are not only called to faith, but we are also called to do the will of God and the work of God. EBhayibhelini, it is very clear ukuthi uNkulunkulu expects us nabantu bakhe to always involved entweni ezinhle, ukuthi siyenze okuhle ngaso sonke isikhathi. So we are expected singabantu ukuthi siyenze okuhle. Kumele siyenze okuhle kuwo wonke umuntu, but kumele sikhumbule ukuthi it starts with our fellow Christians. It makes no sense ukuthi uhambe uyoyenza okuhle emhlabeni, kodwa you cannot do okuhle within the house of the Lord. It makes no sense ukuthi uhambe uyonceda our unbelieving neighbor if we ignore our unbelieving family. Njengoba nomvumo usho ukuthi imvuselelo ayiqaleke ngakithi, so kumele siqale within ourselves before sophumela ngaphandle soyenza okuhle kwabantwana. So yini lena okuhle esibizelwe kona ukuthi siyenze? Throughout eBhayibhelini, both in the Old Testament and the New Testament, uNkulunkulu uyasitshela ukuthi what is it that he expects us to do. Masiyenza okuhle, we are simply following the example of Jesus Christ. uPaul lana, he is simply telling us ukuthi we need to adopt the mindset of Jesus Christ. We need to imitate his example. Siyazi ukuthi Jesus Christ bekahamba ayenza okuhle. Bekahamba apholisa abantu abakhubazekile, ayenza abantu abangezwa ukuthi bezwe, ayenza impuphu zibone. He made time for abafelokazi, intandane nabantwana. So Nazi, this is the time for us to do good for ourselves, our families, friends, and neighbors. You know ukuthi uNkulunkulu has blessed us with so many talents. So you will never know ukuthi le talent leyo wena odlala ngayo, it might do good to someone else. You know ukuthi uhlezi umbona umakhelwane ukuthi uyahlupheka, akanakudla, akananix. But now this is the time ukuthi umncede umakhelwane. Ilizwi lakukhumbuza namhlanje ukuthi yenza okuhle, whether it's your family, whether it's a neighbor, whether it's bani. Uyambona umntana uyadlala ngaphandle, uyintandane, akanalutho. Now is the time ukuthi to adopt umntwana umenze ubakho. That is why uPaul athi we need to adopt and imitate as example yaka Jesus Christ. So i-text yanamhlanje, it focuses on how thina ama-Christians we should treat each other through the power of God's Spirit. I-text yanamhlanje iyasifundisa ukuthi as Christians we need to help carry each other's burdens. I-text yanamhlanje iyasifundisa ukuthi as Christians we should be honest with ourselves about what God is doing for us. I-text yanamhlanje iyasifundisa ukuthi as Christians we should be responsible for what He asks us to care, because ukuphila okunaphakade comes from planting God's spirits by faith in Christ and not by the works of the flesh. So singama-Christians, you must keep on doing good, because the harvest will show that we have planted very well. uPaul lana, he does not only talk about the calling that we need to do, but he also talks about the dangers of harvesting the good. uPaul magathi singakhathali ekwenzeni okuhle. He is simply saying that as Christians we sometimes get tempted to quit ekwenzeni okuhle because it seems like there's no good ekwenzeni okuhle. No matter how many times umuntu uthi uyamnceda, but it is never seems enough for them. It is never enough for them. Instead, they always need more. uPaul magathi singabantu singakhathali ekwenzeni okuhle. He is simply saying ukuthi sometimes as Christians we get turned off ekwenzeni okuhle because laba esibancedayo are taking advantage of us. Instead of being grateful and thankful ngaloko sibanika kona, bona they whine and complain about that. So regardless of the situation or the circumstances, uPaul, he is advising us ukuthi ungakhathali ekwenzeni okuhle. Keep on helping, keep on ministering, keep on serving, keep on doing the Lord's work. Never give up. Kuwena muhle. I know isimo manje seems to be very difficult. I know good difficult right now because of the pandemic esibhekane nayo. And it seems like there's no fruit for all your labor in the Lord's work. But mntana sekhaya, do not give up. Instead, look up to God and live up to His calling. Yes, impilo yakho is stuck. Abantu bayaphuma, abantu bayangena empilweni yakho right now, and there are a lot of temptations that are going on. That is why sidinga incwadi yanamhlanje ukuthi sikhumbuze ukuthi siyayidinga each day ahead of us. Isikhathi somsebenzi, like if isikhathi ukuthi kube ne-workload eningi and it's gonna be challenging for you, there's gonna be certain individuals abazopusha to the edge ukuthi ufuna ukuthi u-give up elifini. Kodwa khumbula mntana sekhaya ukuthi uPaul uthe singakhathali ekwenzeni okuhle. Yes, impilo yakho ayikho la kumele ibe khona right now, but that doesn't mean ukuthi kumele uluze ihope. Yes, awaka-graduate. Yes, awakayiqedi i-course yakho. Yes, kunzima ukuthi uthole umsebenzi, bambala uyeka la kodwa kuhlangana, but that does not mean ukuthi you should give up or lose hope. You have harvested your seed, so you will eventually reap it. Kuwena mama, kuwena baba lapha endlini, uphethe stress. I-income ayisangeni kahle endlini, akunakudla. Maybe it's because you've been retrenched. Usibamba la uyeka la, usuhlanganisa lokho akuhlangani. Kodwa uPaul namhlanje ukhuluma nawe uthi ungapheli amandla. lokhu okwenzakala manje it's only for temporary, kodwa kuzondlula ngathi aqaze kwayenzeka, ngokuba inyanga enkulu enguJesu Kristu uzoyenza izinto ziyenzeke, njengoba ilizwi eBhayibhelini lisho ukuthi what's impossible with men is possible with God. So uJesu umuntu ongahlulayo lutho, umavula kuvaliwe, kuzoyenzeka. When the only thing that you need to do is to never give up. Push, kuzoyenzeka. Kuwena mama, kuwena ntombazane, kumele sizikhulekise kakhulu, especially esikhathini samanje sobunzima esibhekane naso. Amantombazana abulawa ama-boyfriends wabo, abantu besifazane bayadlwengulwa, baya-abuse-wa, bayenziwa all these sorts nje ezithusayo. Kodwa kumele thina sizikhulekise sithi Nkulunkulu, sicela usivikele ngaso sonke isikhathi, because you will never know ukuthi mawuphuma kuzoyenzakalani kuwe. You will never know ukuthi labantu ohleli nabo bangakuyenzani na. Kuwena baba, kuwena mfana lapha endlini, zikhulekise uthi Nkosi, not in my name. Uthi Baba, ngicela ungiphe isandla sokuthi ngivikele abantu besifazane. Ngicela ukuthi ungiphe isandla sokuthi ngibavikele ngaso sonke isandla. Ungangiphi isandla esizonyukubeza, ungangiphi isandla esizolimaza, ungangiphi isandla esizobulala. Instead, let me protect them at all cost. Bandla lase-RCSA, ilizwi likhuluma nathi namhlanje ukuthi singa-give up. Kubuhlungu, I know. Sibona abantu bagqokile bahle ngama-uniform abo baya ezinkonzweni. Akusho ukuthi kumele silahlele itoni. Lizofika isikhathi sethu. Now is not the time. Lawo mabhithi, lawo maxoxo, lezi mpempe zizoshayiwa. uNkulunkulu thina usipelele olukhulu. It might not be now, but eventually kuzoyenzeka. Kinina nonke, ngithanda ukuthi uNkulunkulu uyasithuma namhlanje ekuseni. Uthi hambani niyotshala imbewu. Leyo mbewu leyo izovuneka. It will increase, it will multiply. So ningakhathazeki. But most of all, engicelayo kinina, ilizwi lasikhuthaza ukuthi never give up. Instead, look up and live up to his calling. Sengathi uNkulunkulu anganibusisa emotionally, spiritually, physically and financially. Ngegama leNkosi yethu Jesu Kristu. Amen. Baba, siyabonga for lethuba usiphe lona ukuthi sisave the others. Ngiyathandaza ukuthi unga-continue and instill this value to us. Cela ukuthi usincede ukuthi sibone abanye abantu ukuze basibone for kubathini. Abasathandaza ukuthi usibonise izidingo zabantu around us. Sincede ukuthi sifocus on the tunes in your spirit, so that sizokhona ukunceda abanye abantu abasezinhlungwini. Cela usiphe amandla to keep going when we are worn from our own situation. Ngizocela konke egameni leNkosi yethu Jesu Kristu. Amen.